Early voting is our top story. It has been all day. Several voting rights groups responded to the long lines and some technical issues at polls across Georgia today. They're calling out issues from the July election and hoping the Secretary of State works to prevent future concerns. 11 Alive's Hope Ford is live for us in Cobb County tonight, where those voters were still standing in line just a couple of hours ago. Hope.
Yeah, we had about 20 people still in line around 10 o'clock, around 10:08. Those final two people walked in, and you heard cheering from the poll workers and from those voters as they finally went in. But, you know, throughout the day, we've heard reports of obviously the long lines, but also to reports of people's cars getting towed while they waited in line. And so the Election Protection and Voting Rights Project says they've received hundreds of calls from voters today.
Listen, Georgia voters have navigated their way through a pandemic, through a summer of protests, today being the first day of early voting, are giving us an opportunity to flex our power and test our power at the polls.
During a virtual conference call, members of voting rights groups outlined the multitude of issues they heard from voters on Monday.
There have been problems with poll pads, with ballot access cards, with obviously social distancing. We have also had reports of voters' vehicles being towed.
At Tyrone City Hall in Fayette County, the line wrapped around the parking lot.
So they were actually calling on the phone to find out if you had an absentee ballot?
We were here 4 hours and I was number 72.
On the west side of Atlanta at C.T. Martin, the line moved slowly as well, but many voters were undeterred by the problems.
I think people are just really ready to vote, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, we will stand in line to vote. So I think that's the most important part. We're voting like our life depends on it.
Voting rights advocates worked hours to resolve the issues in real time. The groups encouraged voters to help cut long wait times by using alternative options.
If you've got your vote by mail or your absentee ballot, exercise that so you don't have to stand in line. Use the drop boxes that the counties have available for you.
And we've reached out to the Secretary of State's office several times on these specific voter claims, and really the main response that we have received from the Secretary of State's office is chalking all of the long line issues and the wait times up to that historic interest in the election. Now, voting advocates groups say the poll workers still need to be trained properly, and any issue with voting machines needs to be resolved, and there needs to be plenty of emergency paper ballots on hand for the future and as we approach that in-person election day.